VLSI, right? So whatever mobile, computer, laptop, tab, whatever we are using, so all are basically a integrated circuit that is comes under this circuits or design, right? So now the question that something will always bother us, ki once we develop such a circuits with or the design with million of transistors, can we build this manually? The answer obviously is no, right? You cannot just have a million of transistors, manually connect them or develop the whole design, write the code which have million number of transistors manually, and then you get your chip fabricated, right? So we need automations, and where this computer science actually comes into play, and where I am more interested, right? So I am also not an electronic engineer, I'm a computer science student, and I'm more interested in the area where how can I use my computer science knowledge in the sense my data structure algorithm and any other machine learning, whatever the other computer science knowledge into this VLSI design process, right? So that is where I am in, and that is what is called automation. So basically, we need to automate the whole process, right? So designing a VLSI circuit or design which consists of a million of transistors cannot be done manually. So we need the help from the software which will be developed by a CS student, right? So obviously that is something is the focus of this course, right? How can help this automation of this VLSI design, right? But that is the second part of the course. What about the first part, C-base? So if you always think about whenever I'll tell you a design or circuit, a hardware, people always think about say Verilog code, VHDL code, and so on, right? So if we start the whole process from C, right? So you write your C code, and then I get a transistor level design out of it, right? So that is what is called C-based VLSI design, and that is what is the primary focus of this course. That you think about design which is basically start from the flow like register transfer level, which is basically in Verilog or VHDL, and we always think about clock, set, reset, memory, RAM, ROM, and all those stuff, right? So what about just starting the whole process from, right? C, C++ code, even Python code, and so on. I just give the name of the course C base because I'll be more focused on the C code, but obviously we'll also discuss about other high level language, right? So that's something is the interest of this course, that can we start the whole process, that IC design process, C code, right? And that is where this course is all about. So even given a C code, how can I realize the hardware out of it, right? And how, what is the whole flow, overall flow, so that that final layout of the chip will come, right? So that's the overall focus of this course. And so to motivate or just to show you the current, basically the evaluation of this IC design. So in this particular so I'll give you a couple of such slides just to uh, mm, so this left hand side is basically the first transistor which was built in 1958 in Texas in TI. So you can see this is the size of a single transistor, right? And I took a old chip Pentium 4 which is developed in 2020. The size is exactly like this, and it has 42 million number of transistors, right? So you can see the evolution in 40 years, right? So from one transistor, and basically 42 million transistors is basically in 40 years. And maybe in the right hand side figure has when can if you just have put this kind of transistor, hardly 3 or 4 transistor can be placed in the size, right? So in the same die size, I am now able to fit 42 million transistors. That's something I think tells the story, right? So I have more figure to just to uh, uh, give you motivate you, right? So this is the first, I mean 1946, it is in Pennsylvania University, some electronic circuits, right? So some electronic designs which is actually doing some work, right? It's a room. It was just measured in cubic feet, right? And this is what FPGA board, which is developed in 2016, I guess, which has 30 billion transistors, and size is just some centimeter squares, right? So that's the difference, and that's the evolution. And now in the era we are belong is basically it's not million transistors, rather it's a billion transistors, right? If you look into any device that we are going to use nowadays, like Apple 11 A11, it has 4 billion transistors. Intel Xeon E5 processor has 7 billion transistors. IBM PowerNight has 8 billion transistors, and so on, right? So it's all billion transistors. So so as I already mentioned that when you have billions of transistors in a particular design, we cannot just do it manually, right? So we need to do the automation, and this is again the same kind of diagram where how the number of transistor grows over time, right? So here this x-axis is the year from 1975. So initially it was kind of a couple of hundreds, and then around Pentium when come, it's basically around 10,000 and so, and then finally in 2010 we reach 1 billion transistors. So around 2000 2011. So and now we have already shown we have designs which is 30. Just to give you some fun fact is if we try to count the transistor of a circuit in seconds, in Pentium 4, if you try to count, it is basically roughly 1.5 years. In Pentium 3, it is 1 year. This is in 2000, right? So Pentium, now we have 2020 and 20 billion. So you can actually can understand. Right? So these are all fact figure just to tell you that this incredible growth rate could not be achieved by just hiring an exponential number of designers, right? It can only be done producing innovative design automation software. We need tool software that can do the things for me, right? So that's the overall motivation, and this is where this course actually fits in. So I mean, if the designer cannot develop a 10 million transistor design, we need a tool software, right? So and then how this software actually helps. This is a very important figure in context of this course. So if you look into this in this actual layout, it's basically a layout. This is the layout of the chip, right? Where basically there were a layer of metal oxide.
Your voice is not
Placed.
clear.
Okay, so I'll come close to my. Uh, is it clear now? Hello.
Sir, actually the network problem, sir, voice is become like this.
Okay, okay. I'll try to speak a little bit slower, I guess. Okay. So if this particular picture actually tells us about this electronic design automation. Okay. So if you look into this particular diagram, and actually it is has the layout is like this, where you have several metal oxides placed together, so that the flow of electrons or the power actually happens, right? So finally, it's what is there in the actual basic level. You have basically several layer of metal oxides, and then when you give charge, sometimes your electron flow in your circuit, or sometimes does not flow, right? If it is flow, that means the difference is zero, so it is zero. When it does not flow, between source and destination, so the difference is one, right? This is a very high level how the transistor works, right? So as I mentioned, with a billion number of transistors, we cannot develop the circuit manually. So then what we usually people think is the abstraction, right? So we try to visualize the design in another abstract level, so that I don't have to think about the transistors. And then it comes the gate level design. What is gate level design? So you have in transistors, PMOS, CMOS, NMOS, all those transistors. I will now think of that my circuit is nothing but a sequence of gates, and gates, or gates, not gate, XOR gates, and all, right? And this AND gate or any gate is an abstraction of a part of the circuit. You try to, if you Google it, you just try to say this equivalent AND gate in transistor, you will find that there are 4 gates there, 4 transistors are there, which actually can represent AND gate, and so on. I'm just talking about 2 input AND gates. So what does it mean? So now average, when you actually represent your design in the gate level, it's nothing but it's abstraction of the actual transistor level design, but I have at least 10x